Why, good morning, and welcome to the Soul Sister channel on this Sunday, December the 8th. My name is Kat. I've got your astrological spiritual forecast and guidance going from today through Saturday, December the 14th. This week's video is entitled Wounded Healer, and the reason for the title is a sometimes little known asteroid called Chiron is very prevalent this week, and Chiron represents our deepest wounds, spiritual and physical. Chiron, in mythology, let me say that right, he was a centaur, and the centaurs they're Sagittarius, so they're very excessive and they're lusty and they drink a lot and eat a lot. But Chiron was not like that. Apollo taught him the healing arts. So Chiron not only reflects our deepest wounds, but Chiron also gives us the ability to transform our wounds into our power. So it's really important to learn about this energy and work with this energy consciously, but because we can certainly learn and grow and heal ourselves by understanding this energy a little bit better. So we're going to talk about that a little bit this week. Before we get started though, I've noticed I've been screwing up my dates a lot. That's my Mercury retrograde card. I don't know what I'm going to use after the 15th. So on next Sunday, we'll at least get out of that. So anyway, back to Chiron and the week ahead. So especially at the beginning of the week, it's really interesting because the first part of the week through Tuesday, we have some incredible moon energy, trine energy working with Chiron. And so this is not going to be confrontative. This is going to be inner work. This is going to be us being conscious of our triggers and being able to rise above the emotional trauma to get to the bottom of why. Why do I feel this way? And I'm going to tell you what, guys, from personal experience, it usually gets back to most of the time in childhood, maybe even in our earlier adult years, of not being worthy. I mean, I had a mother who told me on a regular basis how and why I wasn't good enough. So you can get to the bottom of that and understand the origin of these feelings. So like when we don't feel worthy and someone triggers us, we become all anxious because we don't fit, or we're compromising our truth because we're so wounded. But now, again, in my case, understanding that it came from someone who was projecting their own shit, because that's usually, if not always, what it is. And then you understand that. And then when you understand that, guys, you learn to really embrace and accept who we truly are. Even though mommy doesn't approve. We don't care. So that is what this energy is about. Being able to be objective enough to rise above the trauma, to get to the bottom, to find the origin, and then transforming that into our own power. It is amazing stuff. So especially at the beginning of the week, we have fire trines in the moon. So we're passionate, we're optimistic, we want to get out there. So we're getting triggered. So we're not gonna allow the triggering and the emotion and the trauma to trump this great, beautiful, expansive energy, this passion we might see at the beginning of the week. We might have this revelation. Oh my God, that's what I really love. Somebody might bring up something completely unique and different, and you're like, oh wow, that's it. That's what rings my chimes. But then somebody will put it out there and it won't be accepted. Kind of like last week. It won't be accepted, it won't be owned, and will be poo-pooed possibly. But this week we're going to look at that. If there's a confrontation or a contentious relationship, we're not going to let it overpower us, the trauma. We're going to get to the bottom of it. We're going to be objective. We're going to find out why we always react this way, even though the particular situation that we're currently in doesn't really, it doesn't really align with the emotional trauma that we're experiencing. On Wednesday, when the moon is in Taurus, it's kind of like the culmination of the beginning of the week. So we have these, like, it's kind of like last week again. We have these great ideas. We're passionate. We're excited to move forward with it. But there are those in the outer world who are pushing back and saying, I want things to stay exactly the way they are. I can control where I'm at. It may not be the best for me, but I'm in control, and that's more important than learning and growing at this point. I want safety and security, even though it's a delusion, even though I'm deluded. But anyway, so we're going to have that. That will come full force on Wednesday. Now, on Thursday, we have a couple of different energies going on. We're going to have an energy where there's this part of us that we have to determine, are we really following our passion, or are we just doing something to be different? Because some of us will do something to be different, just to do something different, just to be different, so that we can get the attention that we want. And we do have Leo energy on Thursday. So there will be a tendency for us or other people to just be different, to be different, just so we can get the attention, the love of the other, the acceptance of, well, not really acceptance, it's more the attention, because we're doing something out of the box just to get attention. Instead of the proper use of Leo, of really just embracing our passion and going for it, regardless of others' opinions and what the outer world thinks about it. I keep saying other world this week. I know Mercury's still retrograde, but it is. It's our real world on the inside and that other world out there. So I'm gonna rationalize it that way. So we have that on Thursday, and then on Friday we continue, except on Friday the relationship is a sextile. So now we want to express our unique ideas. We want to manifest those new ideas. And you know what? There might be someone, or there might be support for it on Friday. Finally, the whole week pushing back, and we're getting through some wounds, getting to the bottom of it. And now we found our power. And then on Friday, others can feel our power. When we are embracing and expressing who we truly are in our work, others naturally gravitate toward us, unless they're completely, like the beginning of the week, they're completely terrified of the changes we're making. So we will attract those to us that support us and that will help us learn and grow. And with Venus being in Aquarius, hey, we might form a new relationship with someone else who is expressing their unique selves, and they may be out of the box too. And I've said this before with the Venus in Aquarius. Don't look for a status quo relationship if you're looking for romance. This relationship is going to be unique and different, and because it's Aquarius, it could like pop out of nowhere. You're gonna like all of a sudden be surprised. Maybe you've been working with this person all this time and we just noticed them. Something like that. So look for that on Friday. Saturday, we don't have any major connections. We do have the moon in Gemini. So it's a great chatty time to talk with our partner, to socialize with friends and family. It's a great day to get together and enjoy each other's company. And just remember to listen, because with the moon in Gemini, everyone's got a story and everyone's got something to say. So, week ahead, let's do the Cliff Note version. Wounded healer. We're going to get triggered. We're going to get a chance, an opportunity to look at our wounds, get to the bottom of them so we can transform them and heal them into our power. And that's how it works, if we can do the work and stay objective. And if we can do the work and stay objective at the end of the beginning of the week, the end of the week, we will have the payoff from being able to heal whatever that trauma is. Maybe not heal it, but at least understand it and see it. Once you see it and acknowledge it, that is the beginning of healing. So we'll do that. We'll get through this very intense, hard, good work week, internal work again, and then on Saturday we'll party it out. Friends, family, and partner, just having a real good time, socializing, enjoying the holidays together. So let's get started by becoming balanced, aligned, connected with our higher selves. We'll take our 3 deep cleansing breaths, and then we'll say our Sun in Sagittarius affirmation. Let's take our 3 deep cleansing breaths. Let's take the first one. On this first deep cleansing breath, we release all disease, negativity, and toxicity from our physical etheric bodies. Second breath. On this second breath, we release all disease, negativity, and toxicity from our emotional astral bodies. One more. On this third deep cleansing breath, we release all disease, negativity, and toxicity from our mental bodies, both higher and lower. We see all the darkness, all the negativity, all the toxicity. It's all flowing out of our bodies, just flowing away. And in its place, we're being filled with this beautiful light, made up of white light, love, and goodwill. Not only does it fill our entire bodies, all of them, it also is protecting us, deflecting all evil, low vibration, all negativity back to its source. Now, while we're in this space of white light connected to our higher selves, we will say our Sun in Sagittarius affirmation. I work to make the outer world a reflection of my inner world relationship with my higher self and my spiritual growth. We'll say the affirmation, we'll stay in this space of white light, connected with our higher selves for just 5 seconds. My cat's trying to meditate with us. Let's say the affirmation together. I work to make the outer world a reflection of my inner world relationship with my higher self and my spiritual growth. Good, good. And once again, it's a great affirmation for the work we have to do this week, making our outer world a reflection of our inner world work. And this week, we're going to be working on healing some of those unresolved traumas, finally getting rid of them, working them through, or getting started to healing them so that we can be more present, we can embrace and express who we truly are, and we can have a more fulfilling life, creating consciously the life we want. Come see me on Facebook at Soul Sister Cat for my daily inspirational messages and my interesting, quirky, funny, beautiful, thought-provoking memes. Remember the keynote for the Soul Sister channel. It is what I'm all about and what we're all about at the Soul Sister channel. You have to remember life is lived from the inside out. It all starts right here. Out there is just a reflection of what we manifest from within. Make it a great week. I wish us all some healing so we can transform those wounds into power. Namaste.